You must have heard of ChatGPT by now. But the AI revolution doesn't stop there. How can we make AI more personalized to our own needs is a journey I would like very much to embark on. So I'll be trying tools, I'll be trying software, I'll be trying various approaches in the pursuit of one goal: making AI the best virtual assistant I have ever had. First one is a project called Docs GPT. Now this will allow you to take any type of documentation that you have internally and then make it searchable the same way you talk to ChatGPT. Now here's a step-by-step guide on how to set it up on your computer. First of all, let me clone the repo. Once it's cloned, I'm going to open it in PyCharm. You can use whatever IDE you like, I just prefer to use PyCharm. So in order to show you how this works, let's get the documentation of Laravel. In this repo, you see that Laravel has all its documentation in Markdown, and I'm going to clone it within the folder scripts in Docs GPT repo. So I'm gonna clone the docs in a folder I'm gonna call inputs. And as you can see now in the IDE, within scripts, there's a folder called inputs, and now it has all the input documentation. Next thing I'm gonna do is ingest this documentation, tokenize it, and make it searchable. Now, people behind Docs GPT have already provided a script here called ingest that has everything that needs to be done. So all you have to do is install the requirements here by running, I'm going to go within scripts, install -r requirements, which will install all the requirements from the requirements folder. And when it's all done, we are going to run the ingest command, and we need to run it with the ingest parameter. So apply, and I'm going to run it. It's gonna go through all the documentation files that we put here. And because training these models require a ton of hardware, well, Docs GPT is built to take advantage of OpenAI API's offerings. OpenAI are the people behind ChatGPT, so they're the people taking the world by storm right now, and they offer an API for developers wanting to use the same, I would say, techniques to train their models. They're offering that for all developers for a small tiny fee, and Docs GPT here gives me an approximation of how much this would cost me. It's asking me if the price is okay. I'm gonna say yes, and bam, as expected, it's telling me that I need to provide an open API key. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna create a new environment file, and then I'm gonna go to my OpenAI account, generate a new API key, and then put it under OpenAI API key. And now I get to run this again. Bam, and now we see that it's working. It's talking to OpenAI and it's tokenizing my documentation. It's applying pretty much the same technology behind ChatGPT, the same technology that ChatGPT used to ingest data from all over the internet. Forums, social posts, Stack Overflow. We are using the same thing to ingest our documentation from the inputs folder. Now I'm gonna go fix me a cup of coffee and let this work. See you in a bit. And I'm back. Now that it's done, it will output two files in the outputs folder, index.thais and index.pkl. And so I'm going to move these under the application folder. All right, going to move it directly under the application folder. And now we are ready to go directly to the application folder and run the app, which then runs the server and then gives me a URL. I just click on and then it opens the server. So I'll just choose default because that's the only documentation I have right now. Let's give this a try then. In the input documentation, let's go to databases, and here it tells us the configuration for Laravel's database is located in your application's config/database. So let's ask it, where is the database configuration, and see what it will answer us. Where is database configuration located? You see that it's thinking, and right away the database configuration for Laravel is located in the config database configuration file. So it's basically taking the same working of ChatGPT, but I am training it on my own documentation. Can I specify the database host there. If you're using Laravel, you may connect to the MySQL instance with your application by setting DB host environment within your application env file to MySQL, so you can specify the database host there. I love this. But we're not done yet. If you want to make things even fancier, GPT is shipped with a simple front-end application built with Vite. It's going to open the environment file for development, make sure it points to the localhost 5001, which is the server that we launched. So I'm going to go to the front-end folder and make sure I install all the requirements for npm. After that, I'm just gonna run npm run dev to start the front-end server. We'll have the front-end server connecting and using the API on the back-end server. Dev, and that should be all. I click on the new link that it provided me, and now I have a separate front-end interface where I can pretty much ask the same question: where is database configuration located? And it will be interacting with the backend API that we launched first in order to give me the response. But this is not the only AI-based tool that I want to show you in the channel. In the next video, I'm going to show you how I trained Stable Diffusion on my local machine. It cost me $0, and then use it to generate pictures for my LinkedIn profile. It's all simple thanks to the amazing work that open source contributors do. That is all for today, so stay tuned for the next video. Talk to you soon. Peace out.